8 Signs and Symptoms of Vitamin D Deficiency. Vitamin D is an extremely important vitamin that has powerful effects on several systems throughout your body. Unlike other vitamins, vitamin D functions as a hormone. Every single cell in your body has a receptor for it. Your body makes it from cholesterol when your skin is exposed to sunlight. It's also found in certain foods such as fatty fish and fortified dairy products, though it's very difficult to get enough from diet alone. Vitamin D deficiency is very common. It's estimated that about 1 billion people worldwide have low blood levels of the vitamin. Here are 8 signs and symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. Number 1. Fatigue and tiredness. Feeling tired can have many causes, and vitamin D deficiency may be one of them. Unfortunately, it's often overlooked as a potential cause. Case studies have shown that very low blood levels of vitamin D can cause fatigue that can have a severe negative effect on the quality of life. One observational study in female nurses found a strong connection between low vitamin D levels and self-reported fatigue. What's more, the researchers found that 89% of the nurses were deficient. Interestingly, several studies have also found that supplementing with vitamin D could reduce the severity of fatigue in people with a deficiency. Number 2. Being sick or getting infections often. One of vitamin D's most important roles is keeping your immune system strong, so you're able to fight off viruses and bacteria that cause illness. It directly interacts with the cells that are responsible for fighting infection. If you often become sick, especially with colds or the flu, low levels of vitamin D may be a contributing factor. Several large observational studies have shown a link between a deficiency and respiratory tract infections like colds, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Number 3. Depression. A depressed mood may also be a sign of vitamin D deficiency. In review studies, researchers have linked vitamin D deficiency to depression, particularly in older adults. In one analysis, 65% of the observational studies found a relationship between low blood levels and depression. Some studies have shown that giving vitamin D to people who are deficient helps improve depression, including seasonal depression, which typically occurs during the colder months. Number 4. Bone and back pain. Vitamin D helps maintain bone health in a number of ways. For one, it improves your body's absorption of calcium. Bone pain and lower back pain may be signs of inadequate vitamin D levels in the blood. Large observational studies have found a relationship between a deficiency and chronic lower back pain. A review of 81 studies found that people with arthritis, muscle pain, and chronic widespread pain tended to have lower levels of vitamin D compared with people without these conditions. Number 5. Hair loss. Hair loss is often attributed to stress, which is certainly a common cause. However, when hair loss is severe, it may be the result of a disease or nutrient deficiency. Hair loss in women has been linked to low vitamin D levels, though there is very little research on this to date. In particular, research suggests that low vitamin D levels are linked to alopecia areata and may be a risk factor for developing the disease. Alopecia areata is an autoimmune disease characterized by severe hair loss from the head and other parts of the body. It's associated with rickets, which is a disease that causes soft bones in children due to vitamin D deficiency. Number 6. Impaired wound healing. Slow healing of wounds after surgery or injury may be a sign that your vitamin D levels are too low. In fact, results from a test tube study suggest that the vitamin increases the production of compounds that are crucial for forming new skin as part of the wound healing process. One review of 4 studies found that vitamin D deficiency compromised certain aspects of healing in people who had dental surgery. It's also been suggested that vitamin D's role in controlling inflammation and fighting infection is important for proper healing. Number 7. Muscle pain. There is some evidence that vitamin D deficiency may be a potential cause of muscle pain in children and adults. In one study, 71% of people with chronic pain were found to be deficient. The vitamin D receptor is present in nerve cells called nociceptors, which sense pain. According to one review, vitamin D may be involved in the body's pain signaling pathways, which could play a role in chronic pain. A few studies have found that taking high-dose vitamin D supplements may reduce various types of pain in people who are deficient. Number 8. Bone loss. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in calcium absorption and bone metabolism. Many older people who are diagnosed with bone loss believe they need to take more calcium. However, they may be deficient in vitamin D as well. Low bone mineral density is an indication that your bones have lost calcium and other minerals. This places older adults, especially women, at an increased risk for fractures. Adequate vitamin D intake and maintaining blood levels within the optimal range may be a good strategy for protecting bone mass and reducing fracture risk. Vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common, and most people are unaware of it. That's because the symptoms are often subtle and non-specific, meaning that it's hard to know if they're caused by low vitamin D levels or other factors. If you think you may have a deficiency, it's important that you speak with your doctor and get your blood levels measured. Fortunately, a vitamin D deficiency is usually easy to fix. You can either increase your sun exposure or add more vitamin D-rich foods to your diets, such as fatty fish or fortified dairy products. If you found this video helpful, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see everyone in another video.